Hello, friends and knife nerds. Let's talk about my top 3 Spyderco knives. So, you guys all know Spyderco is one of the best brands out there, in fact. And though they all have a similar look, they are all made with really high quality, and they are all just, once you get your hands on one, and especially when you get your hands on a few different types, you'll know exactly what I mean. So let's start out with the Delica 4. This is a part of their lightweight series. It weighs just 2.33 ounces. Now, I know people see FRN scales and a lot of people run. Spyderco has excellent FRN scales. This exact knife I once lost for 9 months outside. Couldn't find it anywhere. And it showed up one day, and it had a few rust spots on the blade that just cleaned right off for the most part. I mean, I took this thing apart and scrubbed it clean, and it is just awesome. Still, it has this back lock, nice and strong locking system. You get a full flat grind of 2.9-inch VG10 steel. It's a really nice stainless steel. It's not a top tier. It's along the lines of S30V, I would say. It's arguable about which one is better, S30V or VG10, of course, but along the same lines. And, of course, the spider hole for deployment, or just the simple back lock. This knife is excellent. It is so lightweight and easy to carry. If that is what you're looking for, this knife is relatively inexpensive at $88 right now on Amazon. So I would recommend, if you're interested, going there for your pick. And I will keep a link in my description. Next, the Manx 2. Lightweight. So there are different versions of the Manx out there. There's even an XL version, which I don't yet have, but that is on my list. It's basically just a kind of blown up version of this one, and is definitely more of you could almost take it bushcrafting. This knife itself is one of my favorite knives in my entire collection. Spyderco only has this locking system, this ball spring locking system on this knife, and holy cow, did they nail it. This is CPM S110V. It's an expensive steel. It's it's in the top tier of steels. It's right up there, just about. And it's an incredible steel. It holds an edge so well. And look here, this is one of the things they do so well, is their ergonomic designs. Again, FRN, because we're talking lightweight, and it has inlaid steel liners, but the FRN is so nice, and it keeps the weight down on this thing at just 2.83 ounces. This is an 8-inch knife at 2.83 ounces. So easy to carry, so durable and rugged, and this is one of my favorite parts right here. This ramp and this finger choil, but it's not even a part of the blade. They just designed this so well that you can choke right up on this thing, and you still get a little blade protection here and jimping to really grab your hand, stop it from slipping. It's just such a well-designed knife. They are just incredible over there at Spyderco. Their FRN will never stop me from purchasing a knife. I get it. G10 or some of those premium, it's nice to play around, you know, switch those out. I totally get it. But their FRN is nothing to shake a stick at. You're going to get a reliable, strong knife, and you're really paying for incredible design and blade steel. And of course, Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. Insane ergonomics, and it's definitely a fidget monster here. I love the Manx 2. It's such a great knife. And if one of you guys are in the market for a Spyderco with a kind of plunge lock system, it's not a plunge lock system, but close to it, then this is your girl. This is an excellent knife, and I do recommend it to anybody. It's one of my favorites in my entire collection, like I said. So let's go to the third on this list, and I think it's one of those that Either you go with the Para 2 or the Para 3 here, depending on what you like. Para 3 is basically just like about an inch smaller version of the Para 2. And the Para 2 is such a strong, just excellent, easy to use knife. The compression lock system is awesome. I love it. It's basically like a liner lock, and it's very easy to use. It's even fidgety. Blade hole deployment, push that in, and boom. Look at the size of this thing. This thing is 8.29 inches when open, 3.88 ounces, because we have these nice thick steel liners on it, and 3.47 inches of crew wear on this model. So there are all kinds of different models out there where you have S30V, Magna Cut. There are so many editions of the Para 2 out there. And I know I got tip up. I've been playing around with tip up, and it's not as bad as some people think. So it's the only knife with it, but I'm playing around with tip up on this one. The Para 2 is so comfortable. Just again, this finger ramp system here on the top and bottom with the jimping is one of my favorite features on all Spyderco knives. This is a nice long blade, 3.47 inches. That just is so slicey. These full flat grind knives, I know they're a taste, but if you're a knife person and you haven't played around with a Spyderco knife or added one to your collection, and you're weary because you think the design looks a little generic, trust me, get your hands on one of the 3 models I have shown you, and you will not be disappointed, especially if you like a cool locking system. The compression locking system is super strong. It's actually very fidgety. So this or the Manx 2 if you're looking for something a little fun to fidget with. But these are just such great knives that I think everybody should add to their collection. The ergonomics are second to none, and there are so many different versions to play around with out there. I have been just trying to patina this micarta the best I can. That's why I haven't changed it out yet, but I am going to. I'm looking at the different titaniums offered from anywhere, from OG to there's a few out there, and I can't even name them off the top of my head. Flightanium, what's that brand? ATW, I think. And I can't tell you what that acronym is for right now, but I was looking at some cool scales from something that sounded like them. Nice lanyard hole in the back. Just a 4-position pocket clip. This knife is excellent. So, friends and knife nerds, these 3 knives are all incredible, and these are my 3 favorite Spyderco knives. Like and subscribe if you want. If not, we can still be friends. Thanks, guys.